Greetings, Fire Chargers, Darkblade here, and consider this kind of like a prologue to my Learning Japanese with the Bible series. In this video, I will explain how Japanese orthography works. Orthography is the way that a language is written. So these are the letters of the Japanese language. Each one corresponds to one syllable. There are two ways to write each letter. There's the hiragana and then there's the katakana, which I wrote to the right. So there's a, I, u, e, o, ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, sa. This one, you'd think it would be si, but it's actually shi and has been pronounced that way since the early Middle Japanese period, which spanned from the 9th to the 12th centuries. It's the only one in this row, though. Su, se, so, ta, chi. Though it was originally T, it's been pronounced as Chi since the... I'm trying to find it. Since the late Middle Japanese period of the 13th to 16th century. And this originally changed to has been pronounced tsu ever since around that same time period. So this is pronounced chi and tsu in modern Japanese. Te, to. This row is perfectly regular. Na, ni, nu, ne, no. Ha, hi, fu. Fu, he, ho. Originally, these syllables had initial p sounds. So this would be pa, pi, pu, pe, po. But that was in Old Japanese before the kana system was introduced. In early Middle Japanese, the p became a f sound. So this would be fa, fi, fu, fe, fo, and in the early modern Japanese period, that's around the Edo period, from the 17th to the middle of the 19th century, all of these except fu changed their F's to H's. So this is now ha, hi, fu, he, ho. This is ma, mi, mu, me, mo. There's ya, yu, yo. Originally, there was a distinct ye sound, but it changed into e during the Edo period, and yi sound never existed. Next, there's ra, ri, ru, re, ro. This is pronounced wa. Originally, this is pronounced we, but the we sound ceased to exist sometime in the late Middle Japanese period. So this would just be pronounced e, but it was declared obsolete in the mid 20th century. Same thing with this, originally pronounced we, but the we syllable ceased to exist. Now this would be wo, but when used as a particle for the object, which that's almost always how it's used, it's pronounced as o. Now there's this row, which is the k row, but with these two marks called dakuten in the top right corner. So there's ga, gi, gu, ge, go. And then there's the z row, the s row, but with the dakuten. There's za, ji, z, ze, zo. Originally, this was pronounced Z, but it changed to Ji in the early Middle Japanese period. Same time that Si became Shi. In fact, originally, Se and Ze also experienced this palatalization, but in the early modern Japanese period, they changed back. Then there's Ta, Chi, Ts. There's Da, Ji, Zu, De, Do. Originally, this was pronounced D, but it became Ji in the late Middle Japanese period. Originally, this was pronounced Du, but it became Z in the late Middle Japanese period, and eventually it merged into Z during the, the early modern Japanese period, as Z in the affricate Z became allophones. Z, de, do. Then there's ba, bi, bu, be, bo. And finally, this actually has handakuten, which are these circle-like things in the top right corner. Pa, pi, pu, pe, po. The p sound was reintroduced in the late Middle Japanese period. Originally, so that's all for the orthography. I didn't cover kanji because that will be too complicated, but we'll get to kanji when we start, actually learning Japanese with the Bible, as this series is about.